There is a problem with Donald Trump, and it's not the typical turmoil this time. Fox News noise or Epstein headlines. The spark. Smiling, having impeccable timing, and being able to hold a mirror to power are the tools of a late-night comedian. Days later, Trevor Noah's scathing attack is still making waves online. From Melania's One Trump's awkward romantic monologue on Fox Friends, his tweet-based missile diplomacy, and his too personal immigration joke made my 5-second smile disappear. Noah's montage provokes thought in addition to laughter, and given the current situation that poses a greater risk to Trump than any hearing. Subscribe right away if you're new here because we're going to reveal evidence that comedy can penetrate armor. Policy discussions cannot. Throughout the entire time, I kept thinking that every African parent would say, "There's nothing shocking here. Your child will become lovely and speak to you appropriately if you discipline them." Yes, Donald Trump has to be beaten like a child. That's exactly what my grandma does when she learns of Donald Trump's actions. She asks, "Oh, Trevor, why doesn't someone who acts like he's an adult?" He asked, "How are you, Mr. Prime Minister?" "Good to see you, Donald. First things first, look at the door." She responds, "No, why doesn't someone just beat him?" I respond, "I don't think the Secret Service will allow that." What? What's happening? What's happening? "Donald, pull down your pants. Hold off for a while longer." Who is a MyCartJ? Hold on, buddy. No, give up. The person who is a... Huh? Regarding Muslims, what are you saying? Perhaps like Donald Trump, America's first assassinated president. Noah avoids cheap shots right away. He is not in need of them. Already, Trump's public record is a jumble of inconsistencies and embarrassing moments. Noah is skilled at selecting those moments, separating awkward silences, lingering stares, and inane comments that, when juxtaposed, become damning. He uses a cultural comparison in his first attack. Once his grandmother framed Trump as an unruly child with nuclear codes rather than a leader, asking why no one simply beat him into better conduct. It's more humorous about parenting than it is about politics. Trump is portrayed as a man whose demeanor makes him his own joke, and it works. First Lady, I think we must combat online harassment. We must put an end to everyone on Twitter who is tweeting negative things. We must ensure that they are unable to continue their activities. Then comes Melania's sarcastic speech against cyberbullying. The First Lady, who is married to the current champion, demands that the negative things on Twitter stop. It's similar to enforcing a noise ban during a rock performance, within your basement. Although the inconsistency has been reported by news outlets, the hypocrisy is more evident when it comes to a comedian. It makes you wonder if she has ever seen his tweets. Turning on the lights, Donald Trump sat in the living room. "Hello, Melania. On the news, I saw what you said about me. That pause is more than just a joke. Anthropology is the field in question." Trump's uneasiness is not something that Noah creates. He enlarges it. The voice vacillating between a polished host and a man understanding his stakes, overcooked, hitting like someone desperately searching for prenuptial legitimacy on Google following a viral meme, and the frozen beat. Every forced smile and rigid stare is authentic video. This isn't satire. It's Trump, the director's cut, which raises the question of whether Noah is performing stand-up or merely chronicling history in this ridiculous world. I would give anything to find out what he wrote on that card, which he most certainly did not get. For example, "Love is a mystery and roses are red. My electoral college victory was remarkable." Trump claimed to have called into Fox and Friends, but why? As Melania's birthday was that day. What does that mean, for example? "Oh, thank you, Donald. My life is a beautiful." Noah responds to Trump's Fox Friends birthday call to Melania by saying, "Honey, I've got a great celebration planned for us today. I'm going to talk to some TV people while sitting on the toilet." No card, no flowers, just a phone call to his preferred cable program. From the restroom, apparently. The punchline is self-evident. "I have a wonderful celebration planned, honey. I'm going to sit on the toilet and chat with TV people." It's telling, yet awkward. The Trump matrimony appears less like a romance and more like a brand relationship, at least in public. And the video speaks for itself. "Where were you when you is a common question. Did you see what happened? No, I didn't. You were where?" Trevor told us about Brixton, I believe. Iran and the United States were discussing a nuclear agreement. Negotiating a contract. They're getting better. Advancing. They're drawing near. They're drawing quite near. Israel then said, no deal. After then, Israel began firing missiles at Iran. Ah man, this again. Middle East conflict, Middle East. At its height, everyone was asking, oh man, how could this get worse? Donald Trump said, hello. The conversation then turned to the ridiculousness of foreign policy. The scene is set by Noah, Israel, and Iran are at odds over nuclear weapons. In the air are missiles. Diplomacy on the verge of collapse. Then, Donald Trump greeted them cheerfully in strolls. It could be interpreted as statesmanship in a different era. For Trump, it's a dramatic twist that culminates in additional missile strikes. Editorializing is not necessary for Noah. He just makes the connections, allowing the audience to see the bizarre collision between reality and the global catastrophe. Put on a show. The doctor cleared her to return home after a few hours. Melania responded, no, I should stay. I should stay longer till you check everything out. I said, all right, miss, your husband is on his way to visit First Lady, since we're keeping you longer. All right, cut the power. We've tried everything. Take out the plug. You're not on life support, it seems. I don't give a damn. Try it. Out. Noah's most subdued part is also one of his sharpest. He jokes that Melania would prefer to pull when he remembers her in the hospital, the plug, rather than have Trump pay you a surprise visit. We've all witnessed the swatted hands, rigid smiles, and sideways glances, so it lands. Noah lets the quiet speak for itself. It seems like Melania is deciding that life support is preferable to an unexpected bedside visit with each pause. Public memory powers this satire. Every heartbeat accompanied by the eyed, we've all seen the fake a coma for peace stare. Some couples visit the hospital with flowers. Plot twists are introduced by these two. The disturbing thing is that, without her using another word, we all understood exactly what she meant. The First Lady gave him the old download too slowly. This time, which made me ponder, whose hands really couldn't catch a break? Do you believe Melania might be jealous of that? Perhaps that was the purpose of this. Oh, Donald, do you want to hold hands now? Are you certain you wouldn't want to? Grip that orb? Before he noticed the cameras, Trump's devotion was buffering, so I, Noah Dubs, the notorious hand-swat marital Wi-Fi troubleshooter, made a joke. Its sarcasm has its roots in the truth. His public expressions of affection seem to be staged for show rather than genuine affection. In Noah's hands, it's more than just a comedy about marriage. It's a critique of Trump's existence, which includes love. When Donald Trump entered, he said, I'll help. I will completely diffuse this scenario. This scenario will be de-escalated by me, and we said, I'm a man. In your entire life, you have never de-escalated anything. When Trump entered the room, he expressed his disapproval of the constant bombings between Israel and Iran. A lot of bombs. This isn't possible. It is incorrect. Bombs. Too many. There are too many bombs. Wheat must be stopped, and nobody anticipated it. He told them, hey guys, let's sort this out. Peace deal. We're going to do a peace deal. Then, he launched bombs on Iran, and everyone thought, okay, Trump is going to mediate, or he's going to... Trump was the only one who could portray himself as a mediator, and then immediately take action that mediators never take. Let's get this resolved in a minute. Fireworks over Tehran the next day. Trump-style diplomacy is what this is. Before anyone can set the fuse and say peace for the cameras. Verify yourself. Then comes the headline moment. I believe Donald Trump is attempting to deport Melania in response to his immigration crackdowns, Noah deadpans. It's ridiculous, but in the Trump administration, it seems believable because it capitalizes on her immigration background, his conservative views, and the conflation of policy and personal motivations. Noah also remembers how turmoil returned after Trump thanked Iran for warning of a missile strike and declared peace. It's not from here, policy as improv. It's also obvious that Noah is a hesitant documentarian. He is merely holding on to the absurdity long enough for it to become clear. He is not creating it. Now joining us is Mrs. Trump, the global cover girl, Melania Trump. We have to talk about the media. How did the two of you meet? We met in 1998, I believe, in New York. September. 1998 was Fashion Week. The well-known Fashion Week. The well-known Fashion Week. Did someone introduce you? Well, no. We met since we were both at the same party. He arrived immediately. I lost my mind. I said that I was supposed to meet someone else, and this amazing supermodel was sitting next to Melania. They were saying, "Look, there's so-and-so." I told them, "Forget about her. Who's the one on the left?" And I responded, "You like him right away." There was a lot of energy and chemistry between them. We had a terrific time, We struck up a conversation, and there was something there. The only person who could spin a love tale like a Fashion Week real estate pitch was Trump. Supermodels. The one on the left has better illumination and feels more like shopping than romance. Melania grins, but her expression is the same awkward handholds and rigidity we've seen at ribbon cuttings. There is no need for a punchline. Man meets woman, ignores her, then brags about it decades later on TV. Trump uses all caps on Truth Social to attack fake comedians and gloat about their flawless chemistry when the internet reacts. Love is proclaimed, not shown, in his society. Additionally, you're most likely the only customer if you have to sell it that strongly. The conclusion is history of pure me. After Trump turns away, Melania's smile vanishes in less than 2 seconds. Noah refers to it as Trump's Rosetta Stone. Her body language, a little break in the facade, kept repeating on the internet. In the circumstances, it's terrible, but the mainstream media dismissed it as gossip. A unique, unscripted moment in a public-facing marriage. The internet never dies once it discovers that level of authenticity. Then did you fall in love? There was a link. There was a link. You claimed that there was no denying our chemistry. It felt natural to connect with you. He showed himself to be a gentleman in private, showing consideration and sensitivity. Melania's response doesn't sound as reminiscent of a business about us page. Chemistry is indisputable. Static cling at photo shoots are the only sparks these days. Her repetitions and pauses have the sensation of buffering, and her kindness lands like a warm hotel welcome gift. This isn't a romantic tale. In heels, it's a press release. During rallies, Trump manages the crowd. He controls the typography on Truth Social. The video serves as a judge, jury, and executioner in comedies. It hurts because Noah provides the audience the unfiltered footage and allows them make their own judgment. It sticks with each laugh. It gets more difficult to spin with each playback. And he has no idea what he is doing. He's on our side, which is a welcome shift. He shares our plight, but we are frequently at the mercy of people in positions of authority. The US military, which includes us, launched missiles and bunker blasters against Iran earlier today. And the reason I say this is because when Trump came out, he held an extremely chaotic press conference. He held a news conference to discuss the bombing. With his dramatic pauses and self-congratulatory recaps, Trump treats war like the conclusion of a television show. At Mar, Noah demonstrates how he nonchalantly inserts bunker busters into a speech-like menu special. We are giddy, but it's more than just ego. The military is being turned into another Trump property through brand management. The press conference it sounds more like a weapons of mass destruction unboxing than a somber speech. Noah hardly has to make fun of Trump's own statements to show the difference. Briefings as infomercials, casualties as afterthoughts, and war as material. Some leaders give off an air of strength. Trump forecasts ratings, redefining combat as a form of primetime entertainment. The reason I've been thinking about Melania lately is that I've begun to notice something that has me quite worried in the wake of Trump's recent immigration crackdown. Donald Trump is attempting to deport Melania, in my opinion. No. And why would he wish to deport his wife, you ask? I'm not sure. It works because it's ridiculous. The crowd is captivated as Trevor delivers the statement like it's breaking news. In the Trump universe, it is absurd to imagine Trump subtly altering immigration laws as a side project. Tuesday is too far away. It sounds more like a routine update than a marriage bombshell because of the flat, matter-of-fact manner. It hits because of this. The more impractical it appears to be, the more you think, what? I was genuinely taken aback. Iran had to react now that America had dropped bombs on them. Iran, however, was unwilling to engage in combat. The last thing anyone wants is to argue with America. Do you understand? Iran then declared, we are going to retaliate against you. Fired missiles towards a U.S. military in Qatar. Trump then responded to Iran in a very intriguing manner. Then he put on his page saying something like, "Thank you to Iran for giving us notice about the bombs. Now it's over. It's all over. There will be peace." Suddenly they appeared and said, "Iran launch further missiles." Everyone was like, "Wait, what missiles? And you launch missiles?" And I was like, "No, Then Israel said, "Too late, we're coming for you with more." Only Trump was able to handle missile exchanges, like RSVPs for supper. Trevor gets it. Iran is thanked. Peace for a moment, then turmoil once more. It's improvised foreign policy. It's too late to say hello. The Rosetta Stone of Trump's body language is the 5-second smile disappear. His smile. Online, her instant reset became immortalized. These cell phones are curated by Trevor. C. These phones are curated by Shavar. Irony of cyberbullying. Handheld Fox Pals romance was rejected. Escape plan for a hospital. Diplomacy by missile. That iconic grin vanishes. The video serves as a judge, jury, and executioner in comedies. Every chuckle makes it adheres. Perhaps this is why comedy is a better way to hold politicians responsible than journalism. Any ideas? Put them down below. Please subscribe and like. Season 2 has already within the